Thanks, guys. But yeah, hi, I'm Julian. I've been here before. I've got some new poems that I've written over the course of the last few weeks. So I'm gonna start this first one with Bird Funeral. So I wrote Bird Funeral after my cat killed a starling and left it on our front porch.
Aww.
And then one morning I was making a cup of tea and I noticed there were a bunch of other starlings just out on our front porch that were just like calling out, and I'm just like, it's a bird funeral. And everything just kind of fell into place from there. So without further ado, this is Bird Funeral. The cry of the starling pierces the silence of the snow in February. Silver dagger ice, large enough to kill a man, looms overhead. All the land is blanketed by the Arctic. Meanwhile, the birds grieve the loss of a fallen comrade, taken away by a predator. The starlings send their sharp cries to the wind, intense, plaintive. And where am I? But outside of the deathbed, watching from my window as the birds come pouring in from all sides. I watch this awesome display as the birds call like alarms to nothing in particular, as if to weep for their kin, calcified by cold. It's a bird funeral, I tell myself as I make the day's first cup of tea. So this next one is much longer than the other two that I've written. It talks about my experiences as a neurodivergent queer individual and how I just don't feel like I fit in with others most of the time. I almost feel like an alien, if that makes sense. But this one is titled The First Queer in Outer Space. Oh, and I should also mention, this is inspired by the story of the dog Laika. She was the first dog in outer space, and she was never meant to come back down to Earth. So just a little aside, it's loosely based off of that. I was never made to return to Earth. My sole purpose is to find my own home, to run out of oxygen myself, lest someone cuts off my breath for me. I am strapped down in the capsule, bolts digging into my skin as the door closes. I am not to receive a send-off, no salutes or awards for my time above the world. I am born only to die again. Countdown launches before I take my next breath. I feel the capsule shake with each number. Roaring engine fire fills my ears, deafening me as I begin to rise above the ground. I stare down at the people below me. They stare at me too, but there is no waving, or blowing of kisses, or wiping away tears with handkerchiefs. There's only blank stares and standing statuesque as they grow smaller, smaller, smaller. I look down from orbit, resting my eyes on my old home. The earth shines in her natural beauty, unlike my satellite, created unnatural by the hands of a lower power who fathered me before my mother could impose her ideals on me. I am stifled by the silence, my heart pounding, a metronome of dying. I disconnect myself from the capsule. I know now is my time to go. I dive like a swimmer into the ocean of darkness, feeling all at once the chill of the void and the warmth of the stars. Floating amongst these light-bathed stars, I ask of them, is there love in your heart for one who is doomed to live amongst you forever? And the stars, one by one, in reply, reached their dusty hands out to me, gently caressed each part of me, and closed my eyes like a freshly dead corpse. I heard the unanimous whisper, welcome home, sweet starman.
Woo, woo, woo!
Thanks. So this last one is called Waiting for the Morning Doves, and I wrote this one morning when I was waiting for my friend to pick me up to take me to work, and I was just standing there on my front porch, just noticing everything that was like going on around me, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna turn this into a poem. So, this is called Waiting for the Morning Doves. Bare trees bear the silhouettes of deer antlers against the morning sun of early March. By next week, it will be dark enough at this time for the rabbits to play house, and amongst the dew, the chipmunk cleans his face. My breath forms a pattern in the chill as I watch the first inklings of rush hour traffic, cars and buses plodding along as daylight savings time creeps ever closer. The morning doves have not yet arrived. Their flight was delayed due to cold weather. Still, we anticipate the leaves and flowers and the newborn season of spring, even as winter takes its last cold stand.
Woo! Woo!
All right, that's going to be it for me. Be sure to catch the lunar eclipse tonight if you can.
Wow.
I'm
Woo!
so excited for it.
What time does this be?
2:26.
2:26. I'm going to need a lot of coffee tonight.
If I won't wait.
Yeah. Might be cloudy. Might be cloudy.
Oh no, we're going to need a lot of coffee. All right, good night, everyone.
Nice.